how are you? Paulie with you in the driver's seat, how are you? And it's Monday, coming to you live from Dublin. And it's now 9:05. It won't be 9:05 when the video goes out, but it's 9:05 here in Dublin. And that's the main thing. I hope everybody is keeping well as we storm watch again. And discover that we're going to have a typhoon hit Tokyo, Osaka. That's right. And it's going to hit over the next couple of days. So I decided to put a little video together. And this is Bray in the background, Bray in County Wicklow, and the carnival that rolled into town. And when you have a little 10-year-old that wants to go up and down on roller coasters, and like our daddy, the Grim Reaper, likes roller coasters and likes living on the edge. As we decide to show today's video all about, that's it, Hagidas or Hagibas. Now, if you're Japanese, my apologies. I don't do Japanese or don't do Chinese. But this is the name of the storm that's going to hit Japan. And hello to all our Irish viewers that are over in Japan waiting patiently for the rugby to continue with Ireland. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. So, all these names that we listen to, Doreen, Lorenzo, that's right, Lorenzo. And now this Hagibas, or however you pronounce it. As I said, my apologies. And somebody asked me actually a couple of weeks ago on an email, they said, Paulie, where did they get all these storm names from? Karen and Maria, all these names. And I had to do a little bit of research. And Paulie came up with a Paulie answer. And if you do a little bit of research into Dr. Google, you find out that Noah, that's right, Noah, the flood, but it's not actually Noah, it's Noah, N-O-A-A, that controls the weather. Or should I say, our friends, Never a Straight Answer. So between Never a Straight Answer and Noah, N-O-A-A, that controls the weather, they run a Christmas competition every year with all the staff in Noah's office. And of course, anybody that has a name between A to Z, first name basis, they put their name into a hat. And of course, the winner gets to go to the Kennedy Space Centre and have a look around their new state-of-the-art museum. That's not being used too much anymore. Anyway, who's Lorenzo? Well, ladies and gents, Lorenzo, when you go in and check out and go into Google and check out who Lorenzo is, you'll discover that Lorenzo actually works, that's right, on the front gate of Noah. And it's a security guard, believe it or not, on $9.66 an hour. And that's Lorenzo, ladies and gents. And Lorenzo comes from Brazil. And he's South American, ladies and gents. And a big thanks to Lorenzo for, he was actually picked out, and it's shortlisted to 26 names, obviously. And of course, 26 is a popular number, especially here in Ireland, 26 counties. So 26 letters, and 26, if you go in and study all about the number 26, you'll discover a lot of stuff that you never knew before. Anyway, hello to Anja Smith, and one of my best subscribers, and of course loves sending over the messages, and I love reading them. And Anja, thanks. Hello Paulie, thank you, glad missed you in NL. So I won't say where that is, but I'm guessing it's the Netherlands. Yeah, just might be a guess, don't know. Anyway, hope everybody's looking up, because ladies and gents, this week I told you October's going to be the month that loads of different new things are going to change. And I decided to jump onto our friends over in Silicon Valley called eBay and buy a couple of lenses, welding lenses, because I'm getting these mad shapes lately when I face that spectacular camera that I spent a fortune on. And when I point it up towards the sun, I get all these different reflections. Now, let's say it's the lens in the camera, of course. Even with the filters, we still get it. But we won't say what it is, because that'd be conspiracy theory And of course, the people here at YT don't like that. So, Bray in the background. And of course, hello to Rexy. How are you? I was putting up something about Planet 9. He says, first it exists, then it doesn't. No effects, thanks, interest and double speak. If no planning for sure, then what does that leave us with but lies and excuses? Have a great weekend. Well, ladies and gents, while I put this video together all about what's going on in Tokyo, and you discover that some of these typhoons and hurricanes start off with a number. Like this one that's coming towards Tokyo. That's 93W. And still when you go in to find out what does 93W mean, there isn't any answer for that. But still, they'll call the storm the same name as they've called it over and over again. And this one, well, if you pronounce Japanese better than me, you'll be able to pronounce it better. But I'm sure all the Irish people that's in Japan at the moment, waiting for the rugby to start, will be all experts on typhoon. Hagi Bas. There you go. That's the best I can do. Anyway, thank you to Raven Kiefer. Thanks to Raven. Always gets in touch. And to Nemesis Dub. Thanks, Polly. Artificial Skies. PX turned out to be a load of... Yeah, that's right. Well, we did say that the storm was going to come across. You could see it coming across the Atlantic from right to left. And then you could see it bending. A little bit like me on this ride that sort of... I didn't think it was going to actually stop. So, I put this up in the video that this travelled, where it travelled from. And you can watch in the video today. You can see exactly where it comes from. And you can see how it hits Tokyo. And they're being bombarded with storms and typhoons. But still, the winds are similar. Okay, Hagibis. There you go, Hagibis. Okay, Hagibis. Okay, as I said, these names are given to the Japanese people for a reason. But I'm sure when you go in and find out somewhere along the line, if you're allowed, that you'll see that one of these names has to do with some type of emperor. But of course, you didn't hear that from Polly. So typhoon, Hagibis, threatens the World Cup this weekend. And of course, you have to ask the question, why did they bring the Rugby World Cup to Japan? Especially this time of the year. Because there's been a typhoon there this time of the year. Every year. Until time began. Well, what would Paulie know? Sure, I'm only the Grim Reaper. That's all. And I like to put my little videos together. So today, ladies and gents, we're going to be here for a few minutes. And I want everybody to know that AIPaulieDublin@gmail.com, AIPaulieDublin@gmail.com, where I love to read out these emails. And that one that stands out is from, just let's say, a regular subscriber that likes to send me over the messages and a couple of photographs, which sometimes you just can't put them out. But the information that she sends over is fantastic. Yeah. And a lot of people like myself are awake to what's going on around you. And at the moment, we have a couple of things in the pipeline called the budget. The budget that Pascal O'Donoghue, ladies and gents, you have to listen to this guy. Go in and Google him. He's in charge of the finance. And, of course, nobody really benefits out of the budget at the end of the day. But what they give to the older people, they take off somewhere else. So nobody's really getting anything. And it's the same money. And then they come out tonight and tell everybody that they might need to borrow €5 billion, depending on how bad Brexit is. In fact, I'm sure the word Brexit now at this stage is probably down as hate speech. And we have to wait and see what's happening in October. And I told everybody this, going back to loads of videos all about October. And that all roads seem to be leading to something bigger. As everybody knows from different events that's happened through time that are called conspiracies, you have to watch the event that happens, but then you have to watch what happens after it. And it's not the main event, it's what comes after that. So ladies and gents, watch the Brexit machine roll into town. Now, they tell Ireland today also that we mightn't have any milk anymore because The milk comes from Northern Ireland, ladies and gents. Milk. Milk comes from Northern Ireland. And it gets processed, ladies and gents. It gets processed in the Republic of Ireland. They reckon now that there's going to be no milk in the Republic of Ireland. And this is all leading to something bigger. A little bit like the potato famine. When the British actually turned off the food supply. See, everybody knows about the potato famine. You actually have to go in and discover how it actually happened in the first place. And when the Irish people were second-class citizens in Ireland and the British controlled everything, we were starved, everybody. That's right, we were starved to death. Like slaves. And we had no choice only to try and get to America. We were the starving people that had no food. Now, hands up how many British people went to America from the famine. That's right. That was man-made and created. But of course, now it becomes common knowledge of what happened in the potato famine. And ladies and gents, okay, it could happen again. Because unfortunately, Ireland is exposed out in the Atlantic Ocean. And even though we are the first country that the Americans reach when they come to Europe, we import everything. And the only thing that we're holding on to at the moment is dairy farming and meat. And unfortunately, since other shopping centres have opened in Dublin and around the country with German companies, and people that listen to the video tonight will understand that these companies like to sell chickens and meat on the meat shelf with an Irish sticker. Just to let people think that it's from Ireland. But the chicken that you're eating, technically, is coming from Portugal. But you don't know that. And Paulie didn't say it because that's a conspiracy theory. So folks, I'm going to wrap it up today, and we're coming close to the end of the video. Tomorrow we're going to do something nice and special for you. And as I said, as the winter's coming in now, I have a little bit more time in the evening times to put my little video together. Today is Hajibas. And watch all the names. But Pablo is coming soon. That's right. I thought they might have called it Paulie. Or maybe the Grim Reaper. But of course, there's too many words in the Grim Reaper. So until tomorrow, and today it's the 7th of the 10th, Monday. See you tomorrow. All the best.